Greetings and salutations. Um, Hopefully y'all can hear me clear and I ain't gotta make this video twice. Wanted to do a quick review on my 2006 Chrysler 300 srt8 with the 6.1. I really enjoyed that car. That car let me down. I want to say the beginning part of December, maybe late part of November, somewhere in that range. Broke a valve, broke a rod, well, broke a lifter, should I say, and a valve. But car was a lot of fun. I didn't do too much research on the car. A lot of things came out about the car after the fact, after I got it. Um, they had that car motor had some issues where it would die out on its own, or not only just die out. Excuse me, I'm cooking. Um, I had some issues where uh, electronic issues. Number one, the car would cut off randomly. Gauges and lights would blink. What else? I went through a rear end, got another rear end, went through a transmission, got another transmission. Then the motor went. So say 2006 all the way to 2017. That's how long that car lasted. Um, Me and my buddy thought about rebuilding it and having it for a toy, but it's not a desire that I want to get, especially after seeing how disappointed it was. And I actually thought about not going back to Dodge, Chrysler Fiat, whatever the hell y'all want to call it, after that little incident. Um, but granted, probably about 2013, I started adding more power to it. I'm a power freak. Um, did the mid muffler delete, which is actually the resonator. For people who don't know, that mid muffler is the resonator. The two pipes, two pieces at the end are actually the mufflers. Chrysler has verified that. Um, I did that. I removed that. Um, I would say I had better flow. The car was moderately it idle. Idle sound was pretty good, but when you floored it, that bitch was wide open. And I'm thinking about doing the same thing to my Durango. Haven't decided yet. Might go with Flowmasters. Um, 40 series. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do to it yet. Had it over about 2 months. Trying to take my time with it. Trying to do as much research as I can on it because I'm gonna do this one right. But back to the 300. Excuse me. I had you know, I bought a programmer, Diablo tuner, and that's where the problems begin. Like I said, I'm a horsepower freak. I might not be able to do everything that the guys can do, but I can read fuel air ratios and stuff like that. Put the 180 thermostat on it. Um, Other modifications that I'm not going to name, but a lot of people who drove the car, but dyno, old school horsepower guys, they felt that the car probably to the fly had about 500. So you're saying that's probably about a 75 horsepower increase. Um, there's a lot of cars out there that I wasn't supposed to beat that I beat with that car severely, punished. That car served its purpose. I bought that car due to the fact that I have a couple of cousins who buy high performance vehicles and they got old school vehicles. And I got tired of being the SUV man. Well, so much for that. Had my fun with the car, back to the SUV. I came, I saw, I conquered. I beat GTOs, Corvettes, other Chrysler 300, Chargers, 392 Chargers. Stepped out there on a couple of Vipers, hung, hung with them. Plus, another thing is I had a lot of weight reduction, and I'm a big boy, as you can see. I did a lot of weight reduction on that car. That car was barely gutted out after somebody put it in the ditch. But Um, I wouldn't recommend anybody buying the '06 Chrysler 300s or Chargers in the SRT models. Um, it was just plagued with a whole lot of problems. But another thing is that 300 SRT8 was a sleeper. And if a lot of y'all don't know what a sleeper is, look it up. The reason why it was a sleeper is that car was actually way less than the Challenger. I mean, not the Challenger, the Charger version of it, which was, I think, it was either about 250 to 400 pounds. Um, so if you got any of those models, I think it was the first gen Chrysler 300s, um, you were you were a lot lighter than all the other sister cars, like I said, the Dodge Challenger, Dodge Charger. So it really wasn't nothing. Everybody had that stigmatism of luxury vehicles way more because they got more bells and whistles. Actually, the 300 was actually lighter, and I enjoyed it. Um, it served its purpose, like I said. I went out there and kicked a lot of ass. Now, to also let you know, the Diablo tuner, I felt a whole different world with it. Made the shift points a whole lot stiffer, just made it bang. Gas mileage went up, so the programmer ended up paying for itself within the first couple of months. Because before that, I was filling that bitch up like not even going out there flooring, a couple of times kicking it, but like twice in a week, I was putting like $75 in that car, you know. Um, but after I got that programmer, I wish I had bought it when I first came out. Um, totally different vehicle. Whole lot more fun to drive. I didn't have a cold air intake. I did use the cold air tune and stuff like that. Um, as I start learning more about vehicles, you really don't need another cold air intake. The box is serving that purpose. I would say just change the tubing. If you can change the tubing, find the tubing, and hook the tubing up to it, you're going to see a difference because that's what I ended up doing. I just changed the tubing. I never changed the box. It just made it flow better. It wasn't no restriction. Um, Still had intake noise because this shit is pulling air from underneath of it. There's a big ass hole underneath the intake box. And if you move, there's a panel on the driver's side right beside the fog light. If you move that panel, air is going to shoot through that panel. It's like ram air. I did it to my Dodge Durango, the second gen that they came out with. I bought the Mopar intake with the vehicle, and it had like a side baffle with the radiator was. And a lot of guys removed that, and they got a ram air effect. And I felt the difference with that. Um, like I said, it's a great vehicle, but I just don't recommend the 2006. Now, they did have two different models that came out in the 2006. One was built, I think, in Canada, and the other one was built in Mexico. If you got the bitch that was built in Mexico, it was built before like April of 2006. Then you had a dud, and I had a dud. But like I said, I enjoyed the vehicle. The vehicle was fun, and I said I wasn't going back to Chrysler Dodge Jeep. So on that note, that brings us up to speed to the Dodge Durango, the third gen. Um, I love this fucking car. I have not been able to tell yet if this is as fast as my other Durango, because my other Durango had underdrive pulleys and it had the quarter intake. I didn't get a chance to do the exhaust. Um, this one I'm gonna do the exhaust. I'm trying to find the tube to change the tube for the air intake. I'm not gonna do no underdrive pulleys, and I'll probably eventually get a programmer. But like I said, I want to do more research and see what works for it. I love my Dodge Durango. Very sporty looking, but very luxury inside. It has a rugged, I'm a big boy look, but on the inside it says I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? The features, the amenities, from the radio to the pop down headrest in the third row, I love this vehicle. And I think it was a good decision to step away from the Chrysler 300. I'm a big guy. The Chrysler 300 was fucking spacious for a big dude. I mean, I would load my girl, the kids, and luggage in that bitch, and we would ride. Out there on the highway, that 300 was a fucking monster. People were just in the fucking way. Um, this Durango has been on probably about 2 trips. Um, each trip and proven that I'm gonna tell you something else. The MSD in this one, the multi-displacement system, works a whole lot better than it did when I had my 2006 Dodge Durango. Um, this is a whole lot more responsive. You can feel the difference. You can see it in the gas mileage, and I love it. Um, yeah, I'll probably do a bigger review on it. I don't really like showing my vehicles, because some of y'all are freaks out there. You might run up on somebody, this camera. See? But other than that, that's it. Don't buy the 06 version unless you know it's built after a certain point in the year. It's a website, I think it's called complaint.com or something like that. If I find the link, I'll just post it down there in the comments. You can actually look at these used cars and see what they're doing before you buy them. See what kind of problems you're gonna have besides normal wear and tear. Like I said, well, I want to make the comment. I was in the hunt for a Tundra, Toyota Tundra. I said, you know what? I had a Trailblazer when they first came out. It had the 4.2 MI6. And I got fucking, I gotta say it, that dual overhead cam shit, like, fucking spoiled me, dude. Like, the Trailblazer wasn't shit off the line, but once that bitch caught speed, it was a wrap. I did race with that. Anybody that's interested in Trailblazers, I had a 2004 Trailblazers. You would have to leave out the second gear if you were going to race with it, because the first gear was just dud. Leaving the driver was dud. But second gear, she came on the can real good. The underdrive pulleys on that, quarter intake, exhaust, hypertech, I think it was, chip or supertech, whatever the fuck it was. Did a lot of motor work to that. I think it even had a bigger throttle body. She was a monster. But she was just loud as fuck with that damn Flowmaster. MI6s, they don't sound good with no goddamn Flowmaster. Sound like a bunch of bumblebees and shit inside your damn car. But that's what made me want to go back to the dual overhead cams. It's just exhaust valve open, intake, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just, the power is right there. But the one thing that I can say, when you have a push rod motor, even though this has variable valve timing, that's just for the multi-displacement system. But you can tell the difference with a push rod. Push rod, more torquey range. I can honestly say I drove a lot of vehicles, and I can say Mopar, for the most part, Chrysler, Dodge, whatever y'all boys know it as, they have their shit together when it comes to balancing out low range torque, because a lot of their motors make a lot of torque. So sometimes I feel like that's why they give it a shitty ass gear, because they got a lot of torque. Because you be going through tires, probably tear through a couple of rear ends transmissions, but I think with that gearing and the way their motors are done, it balances it out. It gives it good torque off the line, decent mid-range, and then when you think you're running out of gear, you kick that bitch around about 70 miles an hour, the gear goes back, and I don't give a fuck if you had a 5-speed or not. That bitch is going back in gear, and she's going the fuck away from there. Pulls like a fucking hawk. So they got this shit together as far as the configurations, because I drove other push rods and shit like that, and it doesn't feel the same. I've drove several dual overhead cam vehicles, and it's like that. I drove the Tundra. The Tundra, very torquey, felt good, but she didn't start really pulling good until like when she gets ready to go past like 40 miles an hour and shit like that. And she starts pulling like a fucking monster. That feels good, but I want something that is going to balance out. I drove Chevys. I had a Blazer at one point. You get around about 70 power band, she's just dropping off. It wasn't there. And yeah, that was a 4.3, but hell, that 4.2 MI6 just made that motherfucker look like shit. But that's the difference. But stick to the topic. Crush 300, may it rest in peace. 2006. Don't get it unless you know that it came after that first production model of the 2006. Um, Expect to go through that car caught on fire from the wiring. That's something that they know about. Um, I've seen several people have reports on motors blowing up or motors dying, car cutting off or idling. Shit, I was in fucking Virginia, dude, and my fucking car died on me like 4 times making a fucking turn into a damn restaurant. I almost got fucking creamed by trying to drill it, but that's it. I'm gonna miss it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, talk shit. Let me know how you feel. Maybe I did something wrong.